Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and today I'm here with the RhinoShield SolidSuit case for iPhone XR in its wood, leather, microfiber, and carbon versions. The SolidSuit gives you over 11 feet of drop protection in a very slim and lightweight form factor. It has greatly improved grip from previous years, and it is highly customizable. Let's take a closer look at these cases on my iPhone XR in Coral. Looking at the construction of these cases, they are very thin and lightweight, have a relatively rigid feel in the hand, both on the sides as well as on the back. Not a lot of give here. It's a very secure fitting case, relatively tight fitting, but not too terribly difficult to get on and off, particularly in the iPhone XR version. So these are made of a material called shock spread, which was developed by the folks at RhinoShield. It's what gives them the over 11 feet or 3.5 meters of drop protection, which is really impressive for such a slim and lightweight case. These also have a honeycomb pattern on the interior, which contributes to the amount of protection that they provide. So really nice case. So basically the sides and the interior and the frame of them is the same across all of the different versions of the case. Where they vary is what is inset in the back panel. So there are some versions which we're not going to be looking at today, which have a plain plastic back, or one where you can get kind of cool prints on here. I said I wasn't going to show, I'm just going to show it really fast because I really love this one. But then we also have slightly more upscale versions here which have leather like this one, and then we have genuine wood as well as a carbon and a microfiber version. It's all the same case in terms of protection, it just depends upon what look you have on the back, and of course the feel is going to be a bit different as well depending on what sort of material is on the back panel. Putting your phone in here is quite straightforward. Simply just put in the one side and then clip on your other corners. Fit-wise, we have a nice tight fit on the phone here. Really no areas of sagging or give anywhere. Feels very nice and secure. As far as the amount of lip that we have, very nice high lip all the way around, nicely secure. This fits well with case-compatible screen protectors, such as the one that I have on here right now. This is RhinoShield's Impact Protection Screen Protector. Fits very well with this case. No issues there. Really good screen protector, by the way. So looking down here at my port openings, these are nicely positioned, nicely sized. You should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, and of course this case does support wireless charging. Going around to the sides, we have a spot here for a lanyard if you happen to have one, although this case does not come with one and RhinoShield does not currently sell one. As far as the amount of grip we have on the sides, this is a much improved grip from previous versions of this case. Used to be that the SolidSuit was a great case except for the grip, and now honestly with this grip I have no issues whatsoever with it. I think it has a very nice feel in the hand. It's just grippy enough not to be slippery, but certainly you're not going to have any issues in sliding this in and out of your pockets, which is great. As far as our buttons are concerned, so these are nicely clicky, very responsive, no problems there, and no, they don't actually come in blue. So this leather case version here comes with matching black buttons. However, one of the features of this case lineup is that you can switch out the buttons for a different color. It's $2.99 per color, or you can buy, let's see, I think all 16 colors for $15.99. So you can go crazy on the buttons if you want. So I think that this is a nice little splash of color. I thought that blue looked really nice here with the black, but of course you can simply go with black buttons if you wish. So no issues in getting to our mute switch, no problems there. And then going over here to the side button, again I put a fun blue one on there, but of course this does come normally with black. And we have some RhinoShield branding down here at the bottom. Going to the back, this looks very nice here. This is a genuine leather. I would not characterize this as a super premium leather, but it is a nice leather. Feels like it should wear well over time. It's fingerprint and scratch resistant, as you'd expect from leather. Seems like a nice durable surface to have on here, and I do think that it has an upscale look to it. We do have plenty of protection here for the protruding camera, no problem there, and of course this case does support wireless charging. Removing this from your phone is easier on the XR versions than the one for the XS Max. They recommend that you start at the bottom. I don't find any issues whatsoever with the XR version, but the XS Max is a bit on the tighter side. Turning to the wood versions of this case, these have a back panel that is made of a genuine wood. So I have two versions to share with you today, 2 out of the 3 types of genuine wood that are available. This particular one is called dark walnut, and then I also have light walnut. There is a third color called black oak, but I don't actually have a review sample for the 10R in that. I did have one for the 10S Max, and I can tell you that it was much darker and not quite as warm looking as the dark walnut, so just FYI, but all of the colors were really quite nice. Fit-wise, of course, this is exactly the same as the other case that we just looked at. It's simply just a different color and material on the back, so same fit and everything. Little bit different look here because I don't have blue buttons on here. These are the regular black buttons that it comes with. I decided not to mess with this particular one, just to give you the all black look here. Just a very nice looking case, very classy looking. And then going here to the back, I love the way this warm brown wood looks with the coral iPhone XR. I think it's just a really attractive look. Very, very nice. So you can see we do have a very distinct wood grain on here because this is a genuine wood. Everything looks really beautiful here, like the look and feel of it. In terms of the amount of grip that you have on the back, I think that the wood are probably the slipperiest of the bunch. The leather has a bit more grip. The sides are going to be the same in all cases, but the back of the different wood versions is a bit on the slick side, so that is definitely something to be aware of. Also, I think you need to be just a little more careful with the wood versions than with the others. Don't want to flex the whole thing too much because the wood is just, well, it's a little bit more brittle, I think, and probably if you start flexing the case around a whole lot, you might have some issues with the wood on that. And also you need to be careful not to use any kind of solvent to clean it because, of course, that could harm the wood. But beautiful look, very nice, very organic looking. I really do like the way that this looks. And of course the wood is going to be nicely fingerprint resistant and should not scratch easily, so that is excellent. Moving on to the light walnut version of this case, you will of course notice that we have a white frame on this one. I suppose it's supposed to look better with our light colored wood. Of course, you might notice also that I decided to switch out the white buttons for yellow in this version. Thought it was going to look kind of cool. I really get kind of excited about these buttons. So let me just show you before I put the phone in how easy these are to switch out. So all you need to do is simply press in the one button and then take your replacement button from the inside and then press it back out again. And that's it. Super easy. It's just a fun, nice little enhancement to the case in my opinion. So putting your phone in here, quite straightforward. No problems. Same fit, same look, although of course now we have a white frame around the edges, so that's kind of cool. I do like the way white looks with my coral iPhone, I have to say. Really quite attractive, and having 2 different button colors is really kind of fun. Going to the back, well, of course, this is where you're going to see any differences, like the way that our genuine wood looks here on the back in its light version. I think it looks also quite nice with the coral iPhone. You might notice that I pretty much think that anything looks good with the coral iPhone because I really love the color of my coral iPhone XR. Again, same feel on the back, a little bit on the slippery side, but it's not going to show fingerprints or smudges or anything like that very easily. Also, I don't think it's going to scratch very easily, but you do need to be just a little bit more careful with the wood back than some of the other versions of this case because wood is just a little bit more delicate in terms of exposure to solvents or anything like that. So do treat it nicely. The last 2 SolidSuit cases we're going to look at today are slightly different than the first group in that their back panels don't have any kind of natural material on them. Instead, we have a microfiber one and one that is a carbon fiber finish. So note that I said finish there, not carbon fiber. This is not a real carbon fiber, but just something that looks like it. It has a nice texture on the back, gives it a little bit more grip than it otherwise would, but other than that, it's simply just a textured plastic. It has a very nice look and feel, however. So putting your phone in this one, again, same as the others, very easy, just slide it in. Fit-wise, exactly the same. Look-wise, pretty much the same. I decided to switch out the buttons, which of course are ordinarily a black button with white buttons here, just for a bit of effect. think everything looks nice. Sides again have a nice degree of grip. And then go into the back. So you can see we have this attractive texture on here. I think it looks really nice. Looks very similar to a real carbon fiber, except, well, it's not. But given that there is an issue with signal interference and carbon fiber, that's probably not a bad thing. Finally, the microfiber solid suit is probably the most unusual of the solid suit cases in that it's quite rare to have a fabric-backed case, particularly one with such serious drop protection. That much said, this has a lovely feel in the hand. It probably has the most grip of any of the solid suit cases in terms of its back panel. Obviously, the sides are going to be the same as the other solid suit cases. Lovely velvety feel underneath the fingertips. This is a ultrafine microfiber that is on the back. It's described as being anti-pilling and easy to clean, although I'm not really sure easy in comparison to what, because it seems to me that a hard plastic is going to be easier to clean than any kind of fabric, but that's just my opinion. I will say that it has a lovely feel to it though, and has a great look, which is sure to cause comment. Really a nice case. Another thing to note about it is that the base color on here, rather than being black, as most of the cases that we've looked at today, is a dark graphite gray. It of course does come with graphite buttons, but I decided to switch these out for a light gray button because I really liked the look. So yet another nice version of the solid suit, particularly if you are into fabric cases. Again, we've been looking at the RhinoShield SolidSuit cases for iPhone XR. These cases are available directly from RhinoShield as well as from other retailers, and they have an MSRP which starts at $29.99 for the more basic versions, although the fancier ones shown here are $34.99 for the carbon and microfiber versions and $39.99 for the wood and leather versions. Many thanks to the kind folks at RhinoShield for sending me out these samples to review. I will put links below where you can find out more about these products, as well as the additional button colors, which are $2.99 per set, and the add-on lenses, which range from $24.99 to $59.99. If you have any questions about any of these products, please feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will do my best to address them. And if you are interested in subscribing to my reviews, please hit that subscribe button because I have lots more great product reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the RhinoShield SolidSuit cases for iPhone XR. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.